If you're watching this video, you're here because you want to know the secret to finding a good dog trainer. And that's a great first step to learn how to find a good dog trainer, because there's so many different trainers out there with different methods and techniques. Some are popular online while others don't really have any information about them. So what should you do? Check this out. Start with what you actually want to achieve. Are you looking for someone to help you with just like the basic obedience stuff, come, sit, stop, and stuff like that? Or are you looking for a more advanced dog trainer that will help you train your dog to do all kinds of special tricks? Once you know what you're looking for, now the next step is to ask around or to just do a Google search. In this day and age, if you don't find any information about this dog trainer online, it might be some sort of a red flag, but I will say that at least some of the older dog trainers that might be great trainers might not actually have any online presence. But you still need to go and call them or actually meet with them to learn what they're qualified to do. Do they actually have any sort of certification, and what methods they're using? You want to do the same for someone that does have an internet presence. So you want to go online on the website and make sure that they describe exactly what they're doing, that they're describing what methods they're using and not trying to make it kind of like vague. For example, if it doesn't specifically say something like, we only use reward-based techniques, then there's a good chance that they will do all kinds of punishment-based training. And this is a big one that you want to avoid. So this is another red flag. Another thing that you want to make sure that they're disclosing is actually what kind of certificates there are. Now, you should know that there are plenty of different certificates, and it really depends on where in the world you live. Why? Because in some countries it might have more importance. In some countries, trainers actually need to be certified by the government or by some sort of an official board of dog trainers. Sadly, in the US, it's not the case. So we have tons of different options. And the fact that the dog has a list of different letters after their names saying that they did all kinds of certificates might not actually mean the same thing that you think it means. I can start my own dog training school today, and the second that someone graduates from my school, I'm going to give them a certificate. I'm going to call it Dr. Ryan's certificate. So you're going to see a name with DOC at the end of it. And you might say, oh, awesome, they're actually certified. But what does it mean? Do you know what I actually taught them in this school? No. So when they are telling you that they have some sort of a certificate, you should go and actually try and figure out what they learn. And again, it's helpful because it will show you what kind of methods they learn. Doesn't necessarily mean that they use all of those methods, but at least they know. After you did some digging and you found a couple of trainers that you like, give them a call, or better, go to their center and see how they work with animals. If they don't have a center, ask them if there's a way to see them train someone else's dog. They might not always say okay, because it might be going to someone's house, but it's worth asking. You want to make sure that both of you will click, and you want to make sure that they explain things in a very clear way, that they're not over promising you stuff. So for example, if you have an aggressive dog and they say, yeah, no problem, we're gonna fix this, and in 1 week the dog is never gonna show any aggression, another red flag. Avoid those people. Ask as many questions as you need to ask before saying yes. Now, there are different types of trainers that offer different types of training sessions. For example, there's the trainer that will come to your house and teach you how to train your dog, which, by the way, I think is usually the best. Not for everything, but definitely for the basic commands and the basic obedience. And even for some more complicated stuff, having a one-on-one session is the best. But some things can be done in bigger groups. And by bigger, I mean 4, 5, 10, not 20 dogs, because then you're not gonna have anyone that will kind of like pinpoint what you're doing wrong. And that's gonna be a waste of money. And me personally, I think it's worth avoiding those board and trains. Why? Because while they might be the best trainers ever and they can train your dog to do everything that they want, the second that you get the dog back, it's a different environment and you are not the dog trainer. So the dog might not continue doing those things and then you wasted a lot of money. So research the trainer, make sure that you know exactly what methods they're using and their techniques and what kind of certificates they have. Contact them, ask as many questions as possible to really fully understand what they believe in and how they work, and make sure that you kind of like already click in a way. Go and see how they actually train and make sure that they're not over promising you stuff that they can't really deliver. And by the way, if you're still watching this video at this point, I'm reminding you that the hat giveaway is still ongoing. And the second that the channel reaches 5,000 subscribers, I'm going to randomly give 2 of you those nice hats. Check the previous video to see what I mean, for free all over the world. All you need to do is be a subscriber and comment on as many videos as you want. My videos, not someone else's videos. And if there's another topic that you would like me to cover, please write it down in the comments below. And in the meanwhile, why not watch this video next?